Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm going to be doing Nixied Sanctum Frozen Lake. It's fully explored, but I don't want to deal with Zone 3. The exploration is so bad in there. Oh god, I'll do it another time. This is the team I'm going to be using. Achates, Lots, Taranor Guard, and Alexa. It gives 36 morale, not the highest, but I wanted to showcase this team, which is much more obtainable than a lot of other teams out there. So let me just do this Covenant Summon. Before I forget, so I have 2 tickets to do in the Labyrinth. It's the end of the week. I bought the one from the guild shop. So let's proceed in there. Nixied Sanctum. So Frozen Lake, the Lich is really hard in there. So the way to do Labyrinth optimally is really, if you have a lot of time on your hand, you could explore as much as you can, and figure out the best path to obtain as many rewards as possible. Be it like chests to get like sky stones or covenant bookmarks and breakables. There's some breakable object that you can get sky stones from, and gold and covenant bookmarks. Also, you could try different labyrinth. The layout, like what you're gonna be fighting, is always the same. The drops are the same, as long as it's the same day. It will not change. As soon as you win one labyrinth, the drops, they all change. That's the way it was for the raid before, until they fixed it, and now it's sap covered items that you receive. So you cannot do any exploration runs and then take the luckiest path to obtain the best rewards. But you can still do it in the labyrinth. This team is pretty strong. There's no attack buff beside Taranor Guard that gets it whenever he triggers a dual attack. You get a lot of healing, a lot of sustain with Achates and Lots. Taranor Guard and Alexa deal a ton of damage. Taranor Guard with defense down is amazing. If you've seen some of my other videos, I mean I have I don't know how many Epic 7 videos I have now. It must be like 300 or 400. But yeah, I use Taranor Guard and Alexa a lot, especially in Wyvern. I showcase them in raids. Now my team for raiding is actually Achates and Lots, plus Soul Bad Guy and Dizzy. But this team that I'm using here gives 36 morale. You use Confident Cheer on Lots and Advice on Lots as well. And 36 is a solid amount. You could run with this team in the raid actually, and you can do really good. You've got attack down debuff and defense down debuff, so those are the 2 strongest ones in the game. And you can clear debuffs with Achates. You have continuous healing from Lots, which you use only when you're in danger. And also you can boost combat readiness with Lot. You can give 80% combat readiness unless you have skill ups, goes up to 100%. So in this raid, the hardest thing is really the liches. So if you can avoid them, that it becomes much easier. The reason I run this raid is because you see every of these waypoints, you can press on them and teleport there for 3 morale. But the trick is, at the end of your run, what you can do, I mean what you should do, is teleport to each one of them and navigate to every possible direction, but don't walk too much. Just go in that direction and stop walking. Just check if there's a chest, if there's a destructible wall like I just got right before this fight, or maybe there's a shrine, but the shrine is not going to be useful since it's going to be the end of your run. But you want to keep that at the end because you don't have to fight anyone and you can get extra rewards. This labyrinth is very good because it has so many of these waypoints. I mean, the starter one, that doesn't count, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But as you do your run, you might have already went to one of them or 2. but you might not have explored the other directions. So in this one, you can go east and south to explore. Now I will be camping here just in case I lose a team member. Might as well do it now. It's always best to do it earlier. So if you end up in a 3-man scenario, you are not in trouble. So comforting cheer and advice on lots. 20, and it should give 16 here. Yep. So peaceful down there. Okay. Now for the Lich, if you check the top center part of the screen, there's actually a Lich battle right there. So if I went in this other direction, if I went north, I would have faced a Lich. Now there's other ones across in this labyrinth. I don't remember exactly where they are, but the boss is of course at the center part of the screen. So area 3 Mountain Valley. The boss is like here, just before. You have to kill both of the ads at the same time to eventually be able to kill the boss. It's a long battle and you have to manual it, you can't auto it. So I would not recommend doing it unless you well, you have the time for it. So I'm just gonna go south. And anyways, you can also if you die, you well, you can force your death, just turn off the skills of every character and just let it run on auto. But when you die, you have a free resurrect. You can come back to life and you keep all the souls that you accumulated. Now I'm keeping my souls for like if I fight a Lich, at least I have that saved up. The Lich, the issue is that he after dropping below like 50% health or 40% health, something like that, he sacrifices a minion and then he gets attack buff. Then he follows with a big area damage, like a really powerful hit. Like it will, like on my team, on a squishy hero, you can get one shot. So it's really dangerous. If you can apply attack down debuff before he does that, it will make it so much easier. But let's say you get unlucky and you don't apply it, then yeah, you could be in trouble. Unless maybe you have a hero that applies a barrier. If you didn't apply the attack down debuff on the boss, you could also apply decreased hit chance, and you might be lucky and your squishiest hero, the boss might miss that hero. Some gold here, but when you break those things, you do take damage. So this particular labyrinth, you should not bring fire heroes, but you can bring a fire tank or soul weaver. It's fine. The monsters will be targeting the enemy that they are at elemental advantage against. So like in my case, they will be attacking Achates if they're actually attacking, because I seem to be going much more often than them. But here I will just go west. There might actually be a Lich battle not too far. We got the attack down for 2 turns, that's really good. But when you do Labyrinth, if you do your raid in 3 runs, so that's 6 tickets, which you should be doing. You should try to aim. If you can't do it in 3 runs, you should aim for that. You should check my, I have a lot of videos for that, different team compositions. But also you should check out my video on the best team morale optimizer tool. It's gonna be in the description. That tool is amazing. You can use heroes from your you build your roster with all the heroes that you have, and you can find really like the best team morale wise. But also like you should balance your team, of course. And you can also just use heroes that you really like, that you like. You spent a lot of Molagoras into. They're geared out because you're using them in multiple areas of the game, and you can make a really solid team. With of course, you need some healing. You need to bring some buff, debuff. Well, at least like an attack buff or a defense down debuff. one or the other, it will make your runs so much faster, especially defense down debuff. But if not, you can still do it. Really, there's no DPS race. There's no. It's not a damage race in most cases. It's just like surviving the damage coming your way, and if you apply attack down debuff or decrease hit chance, it will make things so much easier, and you will be able to clear the content with a lesser amount of gear. Things like 5-star artifacts, of course, they might allow your team to pull through without needing as good gear as you would need if you didn't have stronger artifacts. But all this stuff here, it's very doable with a lesser amount of gear. I will show my gear at the end of the video, by the way. But so far so good in this run. We can check what I was able to accumulate. Yeah, it's pretty good. 154 ancient coins. This could be solid. Like, you can get some very good pieces of jewelry from here because they're not easy to obtain from the Banshee. Item level 51 is of course not the best, but if you're missing that key destruction piece, or maybe you want to run a lifesteal crit or crit damage necklace with the lifesteal set from the Abyss, you can find one in here. Now we're at minus 25. Things are about to be pretty rough. I will go east because I believe if I go west, there's actually a lich there. But to be honest, oops, that was a mistake. I should just go west. We're not in minus 30 territory yet. An extra boss is not bad. We can get some good drops here potentially. The damage is ridiculous on my team though. Heroic boots. I mean, you could get some boots with speed. Really, like, no matter what you're looking for, this place drops these 4 sets. And Banshee is definitely not the easiest hunt when you're in the early game. Even for some players in the mid game, depending on what kind of heroes you were able to pull. So now we're at minus 34. It's definitely rough at this point. I don't know if I'm healed up. Okay, I'm just making sure. But I could not. No, it is not happening, guys. It's definitely not happening. I lost half my stats. I will be one shot from the lich, even with attack down debuffs. But we'll see. We'll see. I do have souls. I could give it a shot. Actually, I need some healing. I can't use... No, it's too risky. No, it's too much damage, guys. If I wasn't here before reaching minus 34, I could have done it. But you can see that this is really like a swift death. It's too much. Not only the lich, but his adds deal a ton of damage. If I went in another direction against a normal pack, I could have won. But here's the trick that I'm employing. You just teleport. You can walk back or teleport back. It depends which one you prefer. Walking back seems to be might be the more relaxed one than just clicking a bunch of places. So I'm just exploring here, checking if there might be some additional treasures that we can obtain. I mean, we're just trying to squeeze as much out of this ticket as possible. There might be nothing, but there's a lot of tries, a lot of directions that we can take. I mean, this is not gonna help, but there is actually no reputation or achievement for getting shrines in the Labyrinth. There is one for adventure, but not for Labyrinth, so there's no reason to grab them. Maybe it just makes you feel good when you press them. It looks cool. Some sound coming out of it. But you should not walk further. You will encounter a battle at -50. You see, that's some free sky stones right here. What does it do? Yeah, the sound is nice. It looks nice too. You can just do it if you feel like it. Alright. This is good. This is good. Now we've got the Area 3 Mountain Valley. And that's it. Oh wait, there's one path we didn't take here. Go east. Nothing. That is really it. There should not be anything here because the boss battle is like... If I keep walking, I'll encounter the final boss, Dominal actually. With two like wisp... is it wisp? Two flying creatures. That's it. That's the run. See, like a pair of boots like this in the early game can be useful. I would say you definitely don't want to enhance it too much because it's only item level 51, but all the substats can be useful. If you put this on a support hero, that's health percentage, defense percentage, and speed plus a resist set. But in PvE, resist is not as powerful as in PvP, so I would say like you definitely, if you can use that, if you can unlock the set, go for it, see where it rolls. But I would not bring this higher than +9. The issue is that a main stat is super important on boots, ring, and necklace, so it's not even worth you enhancing, to be honest, or using. You should go for higher item level. This is counter set. This can definitely be useful though, because boots are much easier to obtain. You should use another set from a hunt that you can farm more easily and get a higher item level. But this is harder to obtain in a counter set. You might want to build a counter set, and this is pretty decent. So this is the breakdown. Lots did a lot of healing, but he's got Celestine, and yeah, Alexa did the most bulk of the damage. Taranor Guard actually is using a health ring because I had to keep his speed where he was before when I did the gear change, and I need him to be faster than the rest of, well, than my Alexa for Wyvern 11 when I 3-man. Actually, I'm gonna show my skill ups first. So that's one of the reasons I turn off my skills for Alexa. But yeah, early game you might want to leave her skills on, especially without skill ups. I mean, the poison effect, that's really good, and this deals a lot of damage as well. And you might not have 100% crit chance to attack twice with this. Taranor Guard, I mean, he's truly a god early game, mid game, even late game. Like I said, 3-manning Wyvern 11 with Alexa, Taranor Guard, and Angelica in the front line. You can check my videos on that. And I also have Dizzy in the front line as a tank with Alexa and Taranor Guard. No healer in the group. I can do it as well. It needs more gear, but it's just to show you that if you add a fort, be it pretty much any healer, even off element healer, not ice, you can do it. Because Dizzy is so strong with her debuffs, and Alexa and Taranor Guard are like top tier heroes for that place. So let's move on to Achates. I got the -1 turn on this. That was definitely worth it. Now what else you should enhance is getting that to 50% chance later on, because attack down debuff is very strong. But if you pair Achates with Lots, you don't even need to do the skill ups really, because you've got 50% chance for 1 turn with Lots here. So yeah, that's the team, and let's just show the stats plus my gear. Alexa, her weakness is really her survival stats, but you can easily fix that with getting more health and defense percentage substats on her, or just like if you're really struggling in terms of survival, just slap a health percentage ring or even defense percentage ring on her. But yeah. So that's her. Now moving on to TG, Taranor Guard. So he's faster than my Alexa. I want him to land defense down debuff before Alexa goes. And Daydream Joker is the best artifact for fights against targets with high health. You want as much crit damage as possible, and crit chance you want to crit all the time, of course, and crit damage as much as possible, speed, because it all scale. It all scale. That damage based on the target's max health scale with critical hits and critical damage, and speed to go as often as possible. But this is mitigated by the defense of the target. And defense down. You need to apply defense down debuff on the target as well. Achates, I use her in my arena and Guild War defense. Actually, maybe not my Guild War defense. She's built quite tanky. Also, fire element counters some of the earth meta. And effect resistance is pretty high as well. Nothing amazing, but good speed as well, so she can clear debuffs off the team with this. A powerful 4-star hero, especially in the early game. She's so strong. And that Achates and Kiris are the two characters I went for on my selective summon on my second account, and super powerful. I was trying to just go for Golem, rush Golem, stage 8, 9, 10, and that was before stage 11 got released, but then yeah, Kiris is not as strong there anymore. So that's it for the team. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Astranox. Like, comment, subscribe for more. Press the bell icon for to be notified whenever I release a new video, and check out my other videos. They should be showing up on the screen now. Playlist of all sorts, Arena Guild Wars, Guides, Tips, and How-Tos, and Abyss Floor 62+. Alright. Have fun with your Labyrinth, and I hope this was helpful to you. Peace out for now.